Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming, and welcome to Charleston. Well, it's City Skylines anyway. It's not the real Charleston, South Carolina, but well, it could be if I wanted to kind of recreate the actual city, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to build a brand new city, just using the map for the original geography. Anyway, where we last left off, we had got to the milestone for the Worthy Village, I believe. Yeah, we got the population of 800 for Worthy Village. We are currently at a population of 803 with 29 people coming in per week at the moment. We have $26,000 in our bank account with a daily income of 1,628. The next milestone is 1,200 people. So these milestones, they're coming in fast and furious. We just gotta get our population just a little bit higher. Once we get to Tiny Town, we can unlock decorations. So I'll be able to show off some of the stuff I've built and some of the other assets I've downloaded off the workshop. We'll also get level 2 unique buildings and a few new city policies, in addition to the high school. So, what's next? Well, our next goal is to get another 400 people in order to get that milestone that I just talked about. So, that's what we are going to do. Now, what you might be thinking is, alright, so what I am going to want to do I have access to did I get the specializations? Yes, I did get industrial specializations, that's good. So, I am able to unlock new area, and I think I definitely will. Depends on how much it costs. So I got districts. I can set those up, industrial specializations, and forestry and agriculture for now. And it's not going to be until later we can unlock, I believe this is the ore. It could also be agriculture, but let's take a look at the resource screen since we should have it available. And indeed, actually, that there is oil. That is oil in our initial starting grid, and that is the ore there. So the ore is a darker green and oil is a lighter green. I thought they were the other way around, so that's pretty interesting. So we're going to actually get the oil industry up and running, and it looks like, yep, there's more oil over there and some farming land over here. So that's so we can do some farming over here. We can definitely also do some forestry, as that is what's available. Although, any good places for forestry? Well, there's lots of good places for forestry, as it's not really that any particular land is good for forestry. It's just that this just happens to be where there's a decent amount of trees. And so you can pretty much, if you were to use a tree brush and fill in this space here, this would turn as green as this area is. So there's nothing really special about the existing areas that are forestry. It just means that there's just happen to be a lot of trees there. So we do have oil there. Is that no? So ore is next door, which we can't get access to. We got ore over here, and the boundary of the city is right here, right about here. So this is one tile over here, and we might as well jump out to the map. And yes, this here, we wouldn't get access to the highway if we got out to here. We'd have to buy this tile there, and we could buy this tile down here, but I wouldn't really want to build a bridge. I might, come around through here. So this, I'm not going to worry about. We could, I'm thinking, build this here. Ore industry, oil. Getting those two going. We still don't really have decent access out to the highway other than through here. We will want to try to get road access, highway access to here as soon as possible, just so our trucks aren't clogging up our main route into town. And I'm actually thinking, rather than taking advantage of this, because you know, putting down two major industries, it might be a little much. Let's get the oil industry going first, and also we can also do some farming, I believe, as this was fertile land. So I am actually going to buy this. It will allow me to run a highway connection off here so that we can send all of our industrial traffic out this way, much like I had in my preview city. If you saw, I had a highway connection kind of like coming out here, and all my trucks were going there. I blocked off this as a kind of a no truck zone, so I kept this pretty free and clear, mainly for just the residential and commercial traffic. And I definitely think this is where we are going to set up shop next. So we are going to buy this. It's going to cost $6,000. And we can see that there is farming and forestry resource here. There is, contains water, of course. Suitable area for building, 73%, and we don't have a train connection. I don't know exactly when trains come in, but it's going to be a little while, so we don't have to worry about that quite yet. So we are going to definitely purchase it. That cost us $6,000. So now let's jump back in. So now Charleston has expanded and looking good. So now we have access to this side of the map. We are kind of on a peninsula of sorts. Where's the camera? There we go. Yeah. Comes right down here out to the ocean, and that indeed is where the ocean is. And so what we can do with this is going to be farming area, and then there's going to be ore over here. Or no, it was oil. That's right, that was oil. That's ore, and that's ore as well. That's oil there. So what we are going to do then is figure out what we want to do for the farming, how much farming we want to accomplish here, because we may actually want to use it for residential, but we don't have to really plan that far ahead. I would like to do something with this, but just seems a little too cramped for, say, a downtown. And I want to keep this as the original old town, so it's going to stay low density, unlike other people who play where they'll do a massive amount of low density and then they'll just, you know, mass dezone it and then rezone it as high density. I'm going to keep things what they were when I first put them down. So all the areas that were residential, low density, they'll stay as low density residential, and that's just the way I play. I could have some sort of downtown over here, so I might keep this aside just for like a low or the high density downtown core. There's a few things I could possibly do with these lakes. I wonder if I were to put some pumps in there, would I be able to drain that water, or would the water just... That's interesting. Well, anyway, so what we can do is take a look at the fertile land. It's very... it'd be nice if this was just all like solid. And so what are we going to do with this? Alright, we are going to want to have a road probably coming through here. We'll have a small urban development here, small town. And yeah, that sounds good. So what we are going to want to do is figure out where we want to come over the... Alright, so one thing I want to do is I want to build a ring road around this. And because it's farming, I'm going to use not the pedestrian, the gravel road. Yes, indeed. So I want to come down around this, just framing it. Remove that road, and we are going to use something like that, and yep. So there, okay, and we'll come around like this. I'm not afraid of using the curvy tools. They just have to be used in the right spots, I find. So, yep, okay. So we are going to... This is a nice area for farming. So we're not really going to cut into that. Not zoning. Let's bring this around like that. And I believe... Alright, so I'm going to bring it in here. No. And around like this. There we go. There's part of the ring road, and yeah, it more or less encompasses. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to keep with this road and just keep it going around. No. There. That. And like that. How are we doing? That's perfect. All right. And now we'll come around here, roughly speaking, and I definitely agree with Quill. He mentioned he would love to be able to have some sort of, be able to have this view open so he can see where the resources are, and to be able to, draw in roads and put districts and all that, just so that, he can, lay out the roads properly and not have to keep guessing, just like what I did, go back and forth, lay down, okay, I'm going to move the road here. And of course, we should always put down a district. So we're going to do this big brush. I really don't like this zoning, this district tool brush, just because my OCD does not like the really, yeah. And what I like to do, and I'll probably do a little bit more off camera, is take this and just make the edges a little bit more nice. I just want this, nope, too much. Like this. That looks a little bit better, in my opinion, rather than these weird bulbous. Oh. And I'll have to catch myself whenever I start doing this, randomly messing around with the district tool just to make it there. That's a bit better. It's not perfect, but yeah, it will do. And I'm going to obsess with this if I don't do it right now, so excuse me while I satisfy my OCD. There we go, right around. And as you can see, the tool, if you are slow, it does kind of snap to the roads. So you can also like do something like, I want to name this road for whatever reason. So you can just like do this, and then you can give this road a name if you wanted to. But, that's some of the interesting things you can do with the brush. And I just prefer it to have a nice smooth boundary. Okay, so enough of that. I'll just fix up this on my own time and not spend too much of your time. Anyway, we are going to make this an agricultural district. And yes, we might as well also do the same thing for here. So what I want to do is kind of do this. Just do the outline of the district. And then, no, I don't want to make 2 districts. There we go. Go up to the larger brush. Alright. And of course we are going to want to name our town. So how does that look? Nice straight lines. That'd be a little bit make more sense on the city planning diagrams, rather than these bulbous like weird shapes. Ever see that on city planning? No, I don't think so. And yes, I will try not to be too much OCD on this, but I can't really help it because that's just the way I am. Anyway, so we have our what's it called? Our residential section, and this will definitely have no heavy trucks. Although not that it necessarily is going to, but I am planning to have some roads running over here, so we definitely don't want to have any of the agricultural trucks, coming over into this and just clogging up traffic. And so what is next? Yeah, we have our industrial section, and we are going to want to run this road around like that. So let's get out of the districts tool. And for now, I am just going to, let's see, 40 per cell, 32 cents per week per cell. And this is 60 per cell, 80 cents per week per cell. We are sitting at 1,600. Do I want to spend the money? I have 12,000. How much would something like this cost? First of all, getting it over there is about $7,000. That'd be way more than we want to spend. So we're not going to do it. This is going to be good enough. And what I can do is, I'm probably going to want to do something with traffic, but what I can do, I could have an interchange coming off of here, taking advantage of this infrastructure. So what I can have is, say, a ramp coming off here, and it kind of going in here as well as across here. And I don't have highway ramps, so I won't be able to do that right now. But what I will do is lay down a bit of a one-way road. Alright, so I'm going to have to think about this, how I want the traffic to actually come in. But that was just an idea about how I'm going to have to play around with this. Let me know down in the comments how you think I should bring in the traffic. Take into account that if there's too many, off-ramps or on-ramps coming in, like if I bring a road in like this, it may interfere with traffic trying to get off while traffic's trying to get on. While they've improved the mechanics for figuring merge lanes and reducing collision boxes and stuff like that, if you want to try to minimize how much traffic is trying to merge within, like, say, this small area. Anyway, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this kind of ramp building episode. We didn't really do a whole lot with the city. I actually don't think I had it off of pause, and that was mostly because I was playing around with this and with that. But that's the fun of a game like this, messing around with things. And because I did have the refund mod, I was able to get to all the cash back for those roads I put down, so that's perfect. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and hope my rambling on was not too boring. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a good day.